Superman, the beacon of hope, is one of the popular heroes of all time, often recognized as the face of superheroes. As a founding member of the Justice League, he's also one of the strongest characters in DC Comics. But what if the beacon of hope became corrupted? What if, instead of bringing hope, Superman brought destruction? In this video, we shall see about some of the twisted, evil versions of Superman, from criminals who took the mantle of Superman to commit horrendous acts of evil, to alternate versions from twisted realities. So, without wasting any time, let's dive into the video. Ultraman. Kal-El, also known as Ultraman, is an evil version of Superman from Earth 3, a twisted reality where heroes and villains have their morality swapped. His story is nearly similar to that of his Prime Earth counterparts, except for him killing the Kents who tried to manipulate him for their own good. As an adult, Kal-El would eventually found the Crime Syndicate of America, along with Owlman, Superwoman, Johnny Quick, and Deathstorm. Ultraman, unlike his Prime Earth counterpart, isn't vulnerable to kryptonite, but is empowered by it. He is but vulnerable to Yellow Sun, which empowers the Prime Earth Superman. During Forever Evil, he and the Crime Syndicate would flee to Prime Earth after their universe's destruction at the hands of the Anti-Monitor. During Darkseid War, he would fight against the Anti-Monitor, where he would be killed by the Anti-God. Bizarro. Bizarro, also known as Bizarro Superman, is the perfectly opposite duplicate of Superman created when the Joker had the reality-altering powers of Mr. Mxyzptlk. Despite being the third duplicate of Superman to take the name, Bizarro Superman would declare himself as Bizarro #1 and would replicate himself under the effects of a blue sun to create his own race of Bizarros on the planet of H-Tray. Bizarro, unlike Kal-El, has fire breath instead of cold breath, and Arctic vision instead of heat vision. Under Blue Sun, he can also replicate himself and created new life forms. Brutal. Brutal is an evil clone of Superman created by Darkseid in order to conquer Earth 2. Unlike Superman who brought hope, he brought destruction. He succeeded in convincing the people of Earth that Superman betrayed them. He took down the New Wonders, the Justice League of Earth 2, and also defeated Dr. Fate, one of the most powerful magical beings in DC Universe, and broke his helm. He killed Steppenwolf after he claimed the Earth for himself. Brutal possessed similar powers to Superman, except for he can bend his heat vision like Darkseid's Omega beams. He was finally killed by Val-Zod. Hank Henshaw, aka Cyborg Superman. Hank Henshaw was originally a survivor of the doomed LexCorp spacecraft Excalibur. After he was exposed to cosmic radiation, his body started to decay, which led him to transfer his consciousness into the LexCorp's mainframe, eventually gaining the ability to control technology. He then beamed his mind into the birthing matrix, and left the Earth, wandering planets. He eventually became paranoid, thinking Superman is responsible for his wife's death, and also for driving him from Earth. He then partnered with Mongol, in order to seek revenge on Superman. Injustice Superman. Superman of Earth 22, the regime Superman or Injustice Superman, was the brutal High Counselor and the leader of the regime. He was originally Earth's premier superhero, but the death of his beloved wife Lois Lane, his unborn child and the destruction of Metropolis at his hands, unintentionally, and manipulated by the Joker of the Earth, caused him to snap and eventually kill Joker. He would then become a supervillain and subjugate those he once swore to protect under the guise of protection and stopping evil. Superman, the Red Sun. Superman is the titular main protagonist of the alternate universe DC storyline known as Superman, Red Sun. In this reality, Superman was not raised in Smallville, Kansas, but on a collective farm in Soviet Ukraine and thus becomes a powerful tool for the communist regime and a danger to the democracies of Earth, although he ultimately redeems himself after being betrayed by Brainiac, who would take over as the true villain of the storyline. Overman. Overman, also known as Nazi Superman or Ubermensch, is an alternate version of Kal-El associated with Nazi Germany. Rocketed to Earth as a baby from the dying world of Krypton, Kal-El landed in the occupied Sudetenland in 1938. From the rocket that carried him, Nazi scientists reverse-engineered the technology to win the war, and Overman became the hero of a utopia built on human suffering. He became affiliated with the JL Axis. However, his love of his duties was tempered by the guilt he carried. That's it guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and if you're new to this channel, leave a subscribe too. Thank you for watching, see you in next video.